We're going to go ahead. Himself, they had a big pop-off performance. Output like Thomas HG, who leads day one with 19. That power position last season was a huge thing. So that adjustments, because a big pop-off performance can essentially net you thousands of dollars in
Absolutely, and remember these 4 letters as well, because he's been against Thomas HD, EGRM, or Egram, like we like to call him right here. He's going to be going for a zone just yet. Milwaukee's going to be the last one alive here from Light and Mr. J. These guys all land on the top left side of the map, so they're all finally clashing their roadways.
Don't tell me, see, I don't have no money.
Make it towards the zone. Have one teammate picked up just shortly. The ball is in Milwaukee's field. The issue is this game is not fair for him. This is not just a net with 2 teams on either side. It's just 1 man versus basically 3, and you can't win that fight.
No, that's why you're seeing a sanding opportunity here. Maybe a tunnel out, but Kibo says not so fast, my friend. Going in and dig right into the sand and find himself an opportunity to convert some siphon and, more importantly, 2 points. Igram's trio is turning. Nice successful wipe right there as we have some battles, but man, Mr. J's trio, who started off the day one with 0 points and ended the day with 0 points.
Get out of my video.
That momentum has carried over into day 2.
This guy's in my video.
Consistent other than that, finishing in the top 10. No doubt they have it in them to be consistent, but Shio, this is literally a new slate of play. The meta has changed here in day 2.
Yeah, and I'm like that you mentioned that, right? You're talking about last season's FNCS in general. Now there's no more power in the POIs.
No, this guy's jumping my video.
Players, the strategies they have, harpoon, box dive invasions. That's what we're trying for. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. What did we see before? We left Lazy Lake with 2 teams. Look at the map now. We've got the entire Fortnite community sharing 3 buildings.
And Levin must have some telepathic abilities, because he said that people will be fighting for center. So no longer people are perched on the edge trying to look for storm surge tags.
She's going to be on my channel. That can get more views.
Look at that. So many trios in Lazy Lake dead center. Now we're going to see who is going to rotate to the 3rd zone here to center and set that up. Expect Pablo's trio, expect Truly's trio. But I do expect many, many more, because when they do in heat, they were successful. Like CRR found a lot of success going center.
No, they're not going to take my account away.
It also kind of looks like 2 different gravity fields happening on the map. One pulling everyone into Lazy Lake. And if you remember that map image, another one pushing everyone to the outside portions of the circle. You don't want to use extra mats to move in. Material's so important to play the end game. You need them for defense and offense. And now we talked about Storm Surge. That purple lightning is striking anyone who's playing too passive and hasn't done damage right now. You have to be careful and stay above the threshold. Benji Fishy's team is 195 damage above. That's a very comfortable space. Still, you'll have to hunt for more tags. You can see it dropping down all the way down to 165 already.
Now you're seeing that they were able to get some Storm Surge with Amplify having an elim here. Now you're seeing the points there, that little 2 gold point. That is for the day. We will have accumulative leaderboards going forward.
Absolutely. So they already got 1.
What the? What happened?
Go down. Okay. They're only about 4 points behind, now just 2 with that elimination as well. So Benji might be able to take the lead off this game. Just have to be careful, because today so far what we've seen, Sancho, right, or just in yesterday, Benji going down, sometimes Amplify going down. They have to be careful.
I asked what was going on with Andretta Trio, and look at their loadout. Something must have happened at their drop where they had to retreat and back away. They do not have power, they do not have surge. They're in shambles, and down goes Andretta. Refsguard is still feeling that pain of Storm Surge, and I just feel like this trio has always been wounded in day 1, and their rotations have not had the amount of bandwidth that they needed to breathe. Because what ends up happening is these kind of beeline rotations get interrupted by these high-level trios who are making dead side rotations, like Hen's trio and things of that sort, have thoroughly disrupted Andretta's run. It's just, if you go back to the Valkyries, they always have a dangerous neighbor on their rotation, sometimes Thomas HD.
Yeah, they're flipping their POIs back and forth as well. It just gets really awkward to have a sound footing when playing the game. Still, though, I'm just watching out for Amplify Matzo and Benji. Train H and NRG, the combination. Basically going to take first in just a few moments. 1 more elim, and they can do it.
And why they've been so successful is because so many teams are fighting for height, and Trulix's trio with Stompy and Pink have been pushing people down with RPGs. And that game plan for Train H, Matzo Amplified, and Benji Fishy is basically let them come down to us and we will clean them up. And that is what they're being so successful in, is every time a team gets down there, they're in shambles, and they've been rotated in. Like Reese mentioned, in Game 2, the height team was Trulix's team. They had no way to pressure down below, and that was just the perfect scenario, the perfect storm scenario for Amplify's plan there. He basically was able to wipe out a lot of people down below.
And while these guys are kind of in a hurricane surrounded by other teams inside the top 20,
watch
other
this.
teams looking to be more aggressive.
Dan, look at this.
Center, trying to play a little bit more passive.
Hey Dan, sit down. Hey Dan, sit down.
Outside, we just got the perspective of Hen, Chapix, and
Do your popcorn emote.
They're going to
Do
be
your popcorn
in just a little moment, but everyone else has the
Do
same
your popcorn
journey to
emote.
make. They have a max zone pull.
Oh yeah. Do that. Wait, ready?
Clashing,
Wait.
like rotating tops in a little dome back and forth as they make their way towards the zone.
It's so fascinating to see. Everyone was talking about like getting max pulls. Well, because everyone's fighting style is the same. Everyone's comfortable fighting on edge, going for storm short stacks on the backside of storm for late rotation.
I had to do it, man.
Storms are kind of pushing so far to the coastline or to the center. You're having a lot of people on that line, and then everybody.
I did want to. That was funny though. Oh yeah, Daddy. Only on Tuesdays, okay? And Carlos, you too. You in this too. You damn right he is. I got it. Everybody got it now.
So that's why they're on the north side having this battle. And anyone that invested in the center down in Reach Row, hey, you got to come on back, brother.
Come over here, Dan.
To this congested area in Zone 5.
Right,
it's the
Dan.
half in and half out, half in the safe zone, half in the storm side. And so many people are already dead center here. And Refsguard, holding on as much as possible, just falls right before the placement.
Dan, you see it?
Tough right there, but this is what I'm talking about. Janice hitting Chapix. Now Chapix is back to his feet here. 2 E-limbs so far for him. Now they're going to have to make this rotation, but I'm thinking because so many people are already there box fighting, they're not going to have an opportunity. This is going to be a very decent rotation, long as someone doesn't turn and hit them, as they do take some tags here.
Always going to be a box watching. You can never assume things get to happen for free, but it's fun to believe. They finally get in, though. This is pretty much for free. It was just one big pot that basically allowed them to make this rotation.
Hey, Dan.
But I'm not talking about rotation.
All right, sit down. Hey, Dan, sit down. I got to try something.
HD, I think just ate a snipe, but it doesn't
You ready?
matter. These guys have position. And Sancho, when we see this team up top, do they ever drop down?
Watch
no,
this.
The only time they drop down is the Felix's RPG comes in. Sometimes you see someone retake height near that 8th zone, but these are the kind of players that know how to execute really well. Now they're in danger there. Blackie is a little bit higher. Now what's going to happen
hey,
is
Dan, here, come over here.
Yeah. You're going to expect Blackie to basically...
Take this, and put it on him. Put it on this guy in front of me right here. Put it on his ass right here.
Beam Blackie's trio out of the air if that happens here at the first moving zone.
My bad for calling that early. Was sitting slightly very low in my chair, so I didn't get to look.
Look, he got up. He got up. He was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Okay, everyone has to move, so that bouncing play that leads is not an option, but they still bounce
this woman right here?
all
Let's
the way
go.
to the front of the zone if they want it. But expect that team who is at
so you left, you were like, no.
Basically wait just a little bit longer for someone else to establish a point, then they'll go and kind of cap right on top of them. But it looks like Erican's going to elect to, he's going to stretch that out.
It'd be so funny, though.
A little bit more airspace, so to speak, to go over.
Oh my, Anoslik and Thomas don't get into a fight as the zone starts to move.
Look at this, Dan. I'm over here.
Right now,
Vidil's there.
Blackie, they roll in. Vidil, no O'Reilly are following right behind. They can jump right on top. A mid-air RPG.
Oh, that's how you can get up here? No, you can't.
He doesn't actually get too much off of it. But now, that high ground team knows what they have in store. They're still going to push forward, straight towards the top. You and Blackie and DKS still hold it down. Another RPG comes in, does not drop them. No O'Reilly with a big bouncer, but he gets beamed low on HP. Vidil falls all the way down as well, and now Noah's left in a 1v3.
Man, the battle for high is going to leave both of these competitors wounded. Noah with the RPG now down to 1 HP. Can he hold on?
I
think he's going to go for like a last-second RPG play. No mats. He does get some bridge release reasons right there. Oh, no, he goes down. So now it's up to Vidil and Reason to carry the torch, but there's no RPG at play at high, Child.
Yeah, so they got height at a big cost. Janice and Hen as well. Lose Chapix, but this is not bad. This is according to plan. Almost every game, we see this trio operating as just a duo. It's any one of the two players, they just end up popping off. I'm not sure why. They have these weights basically attached to their legs to slow them down, but I guess their kicks hit harder. Let's see what they got all the way in the middle of these boxes.
It's basically two solo superstars, essentially. They could be apart,
like
they don't
dogs.
need to be together, but they will get necessary, crucial buckets when they need it most.
Oh, look at this, look at this.
Duo still alive in the lobby following suit. It's
Baby Yoda. Look at this, I'm teabagging him. I'm teabagging.
We'll see how these guys can hold it out against trios all around the server as well. Flexi's trio, all alive.
He's left, Baby Yoda.
He's pitching the same box as Anas. He's trying to play a little bit of defense. Amplify went down. Flick and Anas right beside each other. They're looking for the shots real quick. Anas, low HP on the bottom right of your screen. Another player right in front of him. That's Snazy. He can't touch the storm at all. It's going to take him out. He finds a way to stay low, but it's not possible. He gets deleted.
Now it's up to Vidil and Reason here. They're going to have the opportunity to close out this match with the victory royale and a huge even point here. But they have to do it as a duo. Look at down below. Hen, this is perfect opportunity for Hen to pop off. Can Flick pop off? No.
Get back here. That ass is mine. That ass is mine.
So that's going to be a big score for Analytics' trio.
Hey, Dan, like, what would you do if somebody walked up to you like this?
You got no business to.
I'm coming for that ass.
Trio in full force down below. Snazy is on the mid-ground right for his life, trying to hold on as much as possible. Now he has no choice here but being wood builds, and if someone sees him, they get him right down, gets bopped. Hen has an opportunity now to kind of hold on, but I think Reason sees him, and Reason's going to push down below.
Janice went down too, so one of the biggest threats not available. It's basically almost a full game of solo for Hen. The trio alive down below, so 3v2 v1.
Don't count him out. He can make a miracle happen here in this game.
Still 10 elims though for the high ground.
Miracle gone.
High ground 2, the miracle. It's absolutely stopped in his path. Kiko takes a big shot straight to the face. They still have control of low ground. One of the best places to be inside the 9th zone in the end game. Reason and Vidil might have to just drop down into that box. Kiko going for the med kit play. He's trying to go for a mini heal off. So he has
this woman right here.
Fight here. Reason and Vidil up top can't actually puncture any builds down below.
Dan, look at this. Oh, see, look.
This will be whoever wins this one.
I'm trolling so many people. Oh man, I love trolling people. Hey, look, hey, that emote is so funny. Like, I'm surprised they didn't take that out the game. Like, it's sexual, okay? They should take it out. I don't think they would though. It is that. Well, shit. Mess with me, feel me? So I make it sexual.
Wow, that is what the kind of fish that they have, and they were able to do with that crazy RPG play, bouncing right over, sneaking up behind Blackie's trio. That's what I'm talking about. That's the action I want here in the finals in day 2, Child.
5 runners, 1 word, style for Vidil. That was just absolutely sick from the trio. I don't even think we were watching trios that game. That felt like duos and solos the whole way through.
It did, man. There was so much chaos, so much action. And, hey, we could only keep up with what we can. We are going to need the help of the analysts to break it down more. Let's kick it to Zeke.
Yo, Vidil with the massive 100 off the enemy trying to launch pad up, or rather bouncer up, bro. We were just losing our minds, dude. What an incredible start here on the second day of finals. You know you have 6 games ahead of you. You know you're wanting to come out in first. And what better way than to drop 13 eliminations and a VR in game number 1?
Incredible. And you know, one of the things that I think we kind of missed a little bit there was when Resin dropped down behind them at the end, he actually managed to pick up 2 of them, not just 1. He managed to pick up 2 of them, making it that 1v1 situation at the end. And then we kind of talked about this a little bit yesterday.
This guy's following me. I'm telling hella people. I'm telling hella people right now. It's so. Nah, you ain't safe for me. Oh, watch this. You're not safe. I'm coming up there. I'm coming up there.
Was so effective for these guys that game. You know, nobody goes down. They're playing as a duo. And, you know, they have so much ammo available. One of my pet peeves as an analyst is when I watch a team, they have, 400 shots available, and they're not taking them. You can't save your ammo for next game. You've got to use it in the game you're playing. And these guys had relentless pressure, right?
Ain't never saved for me.
These guys are constantly spraying, applying pressure, and it ends up leading to that victory. Great stuff. Also, congrats to my Portuguese Magnificos, man. Slender in them, great stuff. Picked up a victory royale yesterday. They pick up a victory royale to start off, or not a victory royale, they get second to start off today. So good stuff from those guys as well.
Yeah, and you don't even need the VR necessarily, right? Obviously, picking up the additional 5 points that separates first and second is going to kind of give you a little buffer. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much action, and it's so interesting to kind of come into the first day because you can tell a lot of these trios are thinking like,
I hope they don't report me.
Anything wrong here, it's going to cost us a lot. And you see a lot of these teams, even halfway through Reese, where kind of watching it back, like, dude, this is
a lot of people are like, oh yeah,
so many trios that are just not wanting to move.
It's so funny though.
That's kind of what happens, unfortunately, when you have these far side zones.
Oh, really? Okay.
Looking at some of how these top teams coming into the day kind of took part of that. We saw Cammy's team, Say and Teak, actually be the first trio to go out in the first game, unfortunately. And this is what's happened. Teams are adapting, and we saw kind of at this point, Cammy split, very, very split, as the name suggests. These guys aren't landing close together, and teams are capitalizing. We saw Advise's team actually triple land on the slurp truck near Coliseum and instantly push into Cammy. They know where he's dropping, and that's an easy elimination. They ended up picking up both eliminations at that point, but unfortunately both teams ended up going down. So for our first team coming into the game, didn't actually end up playing too well.
Yeah, from first place yesterday to being the first to go down.
I'm fucking his baby Yoda.
Taking a look here though, Hen, Chapix, Janice, these guys did have a decent game, right, to kick things off. I think they're going to be looking to sort of build on what they just achieved. I think they just got, third place there, so a really good start. Some highlight plays as usual, so exactly what we expect out of these guys. They are in, amazing form at the moment. And then the VR there, what a shot there from the deal. Great stuff. Take a look at the leaderboard. Changes. This is what happens with Cammy, City, and Teak. I've talked at the beginning about how there's such fine margins, so much potential for things to change. And with that victory out, Badil, O'Reilly, and Reason will pull away just for now. Hen, Chapix, and Janice shortly and closely behind them as well.
Yeah, and all of our top 3 are so close right now. 9 points between the top 3 going into the next 5 games. But if you notice, all 3 of these names were in that end game playing as a duo. Kyle kind of mentioned
Don't you wish he had that emote?
Go down at the top when he's going for height. He had the rocket launcher, but no, the boys still managed to pick up that big victory royale. But Hen, Janice were also playing as a duo, and then also they lost Matzo from Benji and Amplify as well. So all duos playing in the end game.
Watch it. I'm good. I'm right here. Oh, another lighter fruit?
We'll highlight Anderlecht, Snazy, and XP's there in 9th, right? They got 4th in that final game there. And so to see, what they can do, they had a great start yesterday. They had another similar-ish start where, they had a really good first game and things sort of tailed off towards the back end. So can they sort of, sustain this level of performance over the course of the next, 5 games? If they can, then I'm sure they're going to push way higher than 9th. But it's all about being able to put that into motion. Kiko, Slender, and Marsh, that victory out pushes them way back up. They were nowhere near the top 10 when you looked on the leaderboard. Now they are, right? So just one victory, not even victory, I keep saying a victory, they didn't win the game. Just one second place alone, is enough to push you so far up the standings there.
Get over here.
You were trying to project onto them. Hopefully
Get over
these
here.
guys are going to pick up that victory out, They
Get
got
over
it yesterday.
here.
Their games yesterday were interesting because they
Get
were
over
actually
here.
battling back and forth between Anderlecht, Snazy,
Get
and
over
XP.
here.
We see Kiko's team landing in Retail Row, and then we see also Anderlecht's team landing down in Kai Corner. So they're kind of opposing Storm Surge strategies, right? They need to fight against each other. But in that game, they ended up actually not. So both performing very, very well. And you said in that game, they were similar to the first day tomorrow.
Get over here.
First in the first game yesterday, and fourth in the first game yesterday.
I see it was AFK.
Anything goes right
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Fortnite fam. With
Oh,
5
yeah.
games
Oh,
left,
yeah.
who will be our new FNCS Trios champion? Getting closer to
Is
find
he?
out.
Oh,
But
is
for
he's
now,
okay?
we're aboard the battle bus once again and back into the action. It's Shy Wager, it's Sancho West. Over to you guys.
Who will be our Trios FNCS champion might be the hardest question to answer.
Get over
the
here.
variables are changing each and
I'm
every
coming for you,
game.
Daddy. I'm
And
coming for you,
how
Daddy.
chaotic those variables were changed. I mentioned that yesterday, that this kind of formula, it's all set. Everyone had it, but literally the entire formula has changed. We're no longer edge fighting here on storms. We're no longer hanging out trying to get simple
I'm
storm
coming
sacks
for
from
you,
a
Daddy.
distance. We
Get
are
back
getting
here.
in the nitty
Daddy.
gritty. We are getting right
Daddy.
in people's grills and trying to get them out of this
Oh,
competition
let go.
with some
Look,
aggressive
look.
play.
Yes, he's doing
Just
it.
seeing
He's
Advice's
doing
trio
it.
literally
Let's
land
go.
on
Look,
Cammy's
look, Dan.
on that,
This
on
guy
that
got
split
it.
on one of those
This
trio
guy got
members,
it.
like that in
Look,
itself shows you how
this
aggressive
guy
people
got
are.
it.
And for the first time in a
Let's
long
go.
time, Child,
We're gonna
we
go.
may have a zone being up north. And that's going to be spelling some
We're gonna
great
vote. Yep,
news
we're gonna
for
come
Hen's
after you.
trio,
Where
who's
you
been
at?
always making these
You gotta have 2 of us go,
crazy
please.
style
Come
migrations,
on.
right?
Get back.
Finally, they get one in their
Get back
backyard.
here.
So it's going to be interesting to see if they're
Get
able
back
to
here.
walk with the victory out. And one thing to point out, though,
Get back here.
is we saw that Hen and Janice were going in there basically in that final movie. Just basically as duos, right?
I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna follow you. I ain't gonna lie. Alright, let me end this video. Shit. This is funny. No, not yet.